it showing through, and we want to keep it as clean as possible. So we're going to put another little top on top of that that's called a corset cover or camisole, and this is going to protect your corset. They didn't wash all of their clothes like we do today. Their outer clothes, they would wash their undergarments a lot more often, but their outer clothes was more spot cleaning. If you got mud or something on it, you wait till it dried and you kind of brush it off. And they did a lot more spot cleaning than washing your entire garment. So, now we've got that on. Also, we have a modesty slip. Let me show you the modesty slip. This is a little bit shorter than your other slip, and it is just to protect your modesty from prying eyes. In case the wind blew your skirt up, or you were stepping over a ditch or into a carriage, whatever, you want to be modest, and we don't want to show our limbs. People were so modest at this point in time that you couldn't even ask for a body part of a chicken. You couldn't say, please give me a leg or a thigh or a wing or whatever. You had to say, I would like white meat or dark meat. And you just kind of hope you got the piece you wanted or pointed to it or something. So it was not proper to even discuss the body parts of a chicken. So you know you're not supposed to see other people's legs and panelettes and all that. So, like I said, ladies could trim their items however they wanted to do. Now we've got that on, and at this point we would put on your everyday dress if you were wearing a dress around home, a work dress. Renee's got an example. It's called a sack and petticoat also. Tabitha's got one too. This is a more of an everyday type look. You know, you don't dress every day the same way you do if you're going to a wedding or a party or a church service or something like that. So this is the more everyday, the jeans and t-shirt look, the khakis and polo. You know what? How would you describe fashion today in real simple terms? Well, it was a work dress then. So it also does have some of the full shape at the bottom, and this is, again, keeping with the comfort and with the look of the day. Renee is wearing a sack and petticoat. That is a particular pattern from back then. I don't know much about that one, but it looks comfy and I want one. So now you're going to put on your hoop skirt if you're going to get dressed further. So now Miss Kathy is going to get the next level of pretty. So isn't she brave? She's doing great. All right, now you got the hoop skirt. The hoop skirt, before this time, people wore a lot of petticoats. 15, 16, 18 petticoats that had 4 yards of material in them. And that would be 80 yards of material. Can you imagine having that stuff all around your legs and trying to walk around? And it would be horrifically hot. But they had this wonderful invention called the cage crinoline, which was a lot of metal bands on some seams and tape. And that way they were able to create this cage of openness around your legs, and you can move your legs and all. And then ladies thought, okay, this is a great idea. I've got all those petticoats. I'm just going to sew some casings in the petticoats and put some willow branches or grapevine, whatever, and I'm going to make a hoop myself. So lots of people were able to have hoops. And because we don't want the hoops showing through, we're going to have the over-the-hoop petticoat, which I am missing right now because mine is messed up. So over-the-hoop petticoat. Oh, we have a corded petticoat that Tabitha's showing us. Corded petticoat you could wear with the work dress or any other kind of thing. It would keep, the cording in it was starched, and it would help hold it away from your legs. See, I thought you looked a little too fluffy there. I was wondering. So, then you get the over-the-hoop petticoat that we could see on Miss Kathy, and then you are finally dressed. Phew. Is anybody else worn out? Woo! Okay. Yeah. And you got people dressing you, bless your heart. Somebody, Miss Booker, we're going to put your banner. There you are, darling. I know. It is terribly hot. Everybody asks us, aren't you hot in those clothes? Well, yes, of course we're hot. But really the thing is, as the day goes on, we may be better off than you are. Because if you perspire and after you sweat enough and your clothing is wet, then any little breeze that comes by is going to cool you off. It's going to be very pleasant. You also may see us kind of swaying a little bit in the breeze. We're not trying to entice anybody. We're not showing off. It's just cooler this way. Remember with the, remember what we're missing underneath? That modesty skirt was really important there too. A man would not follow a lady up the stairs. If there were 2 sets of staircases in the beautiful old homes, women go up one side, men go up the other. If there's only one stairway, a man would go up first, followed by the lady, because you did not want him to have a free peek. So, moving on, she's getting the hourglass look. Notice the shoulder seams are dropped. You can particularly see it on Renee's top there. Dropped shoulder seams are obvious. This is trying to get the wide look at the top, like I mentioned. Like I mentioned with the hourglass shape. I'm so sorry. It's my first time today. So, also military-inspired things were popular. I'm wearing a Zouave jacket. Ashley also has a Zouave jacket shape. We've got a military belt buckle here, North Carolina belt buckle. I've got a Confederate Navy buckle. There were ways back then to show your support for the troops, just like there are today. Just like we have folks wearing American flag shirts and things like that today. Again, we've got a Medici girdle here now. This is the type of belt also that is showing off her waistline and making the waist appear nipped in and small. And so that is a very popular place. It's a great place to hide stuff. It's a great place to hide stuff. Whatever. There were all kinds of places to hide things. Now she's putting on a Bertha. This is a type of fancy collar known as a Bertha, and it just changes the look of her outfit. You have mainly, average lady, middle class, have one good dress, maybe 2. And you're going to wear that same good dress every Sunday to church, every wedding, every funeral, every tea. All these things. And so ladies really like to change the look of their outfits if they could, and they would have trims in different ways. Oh my goodness, come step right up. Woo. Check, let us enjoy looking at Miss Kathy here. Oh, you all right? Miss Kathy, you worn out, huh? Yeah. It is hot. Well, after you get your hair, we're just going to let you scoot right on out of it whenever you're ready. People ask us about it being hot, and like I said, it's cotton material. Cotton or linen or silk or wool, all these are natural fibers, and so it makes it easier for the items to breathe, and you won't be as hot. So, I mentioned the belts. The bottom of your skirts, it may have a hem protector. I'm looking, somebody, Tabitha's got a hem protector. This little piece of material at the bottom of your hem, think about the part that wears out on your skirt. It would be the hem, wouldn't it? Well, you can just replace this tiny little piece of material here, and you don't have to make an entirely new dress. They also had, does anybody got undersleeves? Undersleeves? Nope. Nope. Oh, Lacey? Lacey does wonderful. Lacey, come on up here, lady. Lacey's got some undersleeves. Now look, isn't she pretty? She's got the beautiful collar with the lacy collar and the fanciness here. Ooh, nice, nice. And she's got the cuffs. Think about the part of your outfit that would be dirty the quickest. The collar and the cuffs, right? Well, you can just take these off, and you can wash just this small piece of material. It's not an entire shirt underneath there, because you know, hey, we're wearing enough already, right? So just wash that small piece of material, and then you're all set. So, fish hook style earrings, brooches at the neck were very popular. Things hanging around your waist like a pocket watch. Pins, chatelaine that Miss Booker has on there. You can see her in the yellow. She's got medicine there. She says it's medicine. She's got medicine there and a thimble and sewing supplies. And I've got the poor girl version here. I've got my thimble, my needle case, things like that too. But these are really convenient. If I don't want to have to bend over and pick up my scissors or my needle case if I drop it, you know, I'll have it attached to me so it's easier. So, anything I missed?
I'm right here.
We got it. Okay. Thank you for joining us. The only thing the ladies, I said, was starting to hide things. Ladies became smugglers and spies during this time. Ladies became storekeepers, shop owners. They had to slaughter animals. They had to work in the fields. Ladies protected their skin from the sun so it would appear they didn't have to, because the mark of a lady was white, milky white skin. You didn't want to have a suntan. And so ladies went to great lengths to try to control and keep themselves covered. So ladies became spies also. The results of battles changed based on information that the women were able to pass. We're very proud of our ancestors on the North and the South and how they kept the home fires burning while the men were away at war, just like a lot of people do today. So, thank you for joining us here at Fort Macon State Park. We're the ladies of the 1st North Carolina. Let's get one for Kathy, too. Can y'all give Kathy a hand, too? Woo! I like this one. Normal. Back to normal. They never did.